Good morning and welcome to the Millionaire Book Club. My name is Prelly Hunter. Side effects of tapping in with me every single morning do include personal development, mindset transformations, paradigm shifts, and the ability to think your way to success. Okay. Wealth is a state of mind, it's a state of consciousness, and it is a spiritual side to success. So, all the books that we read in the Millionaire Book Club basically touches on that spiritual side of success, teaching us the principles that we need to know, teaching us the mindset that we need to have to acquire and attract all of the wealth and abundance that we desire. So I'm super excited to be here for the read today. It is Thursday, June 10th. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So if this is your first time watching me live, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Leave me a comment. Stay for the read. Let me know how it went, what you thought. I'm super excited to get your feedback about the read. And yeah, I just hope that you take a lot of value from what we do here every single morning, every single day. I definitely find value in providing it to you guys. And that's that. So good morning, Queen. Good morning. Welcome. I'm going to go ahead and get the daily word read. Drop me something that you're grateful for in the chat, please. Good morning, Barb. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. I'm super grateful for you, super grateful for this day, super grateful for my life, my spouse, my children. I'm super grateful for my mind and my mindset. I'm super grateful to be able to learn new things, to be able to have some new ideas to think from every single day. I'm super grateful for the like minds that get up with me every single morning and make it a daily routine and a daily habit to read with me every single morning. I'm super grateful for all of the lives that I'm able to impact through these reads, now and past and future. I'm just grateful for life. I'm grateful for growth, progression, right? Constant forward motion. That's what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for feeling worthy of everything that I desire. I'm grateful for knowing that the seeds that I'm planting, as long as I keep watering them in the right ways, that beautiful things will sprout from it. I'm super, super grateful for that. So drop me something that you're grateful for, please. Even if you go back and watch this after the live, drop me something that you're grateful for in the chat. And I'll get the daily word read while y'all doing that. So it is June 10th. My sister's birthday tomorrow. That's exciting. Exciting. Yeah, mine's is coming. I've been telling y'all all week. Mine's is coming. Okay, let's get this word read. So today is Thursday, June 10th, and the daily word is shine. Okay, I like that. Shine. My shining light brightens the world. From a great distance, the stars at night shine brightly, a constellation of brilliance that resembles an array of diamonds against an inky velvet sky. If I were able to see the stars from a closer distance, I would see each star as an individual light, no two alike. All the lights shining together illuminate the sky, but if even one were missing, the sky would not be as bright. I am a star, shining my divine light as only I can. No one else has my exact gifts and abilities. No one can express the goodness and grace of God exactly the way I can. This is true of me and everyone else on earth. Each person is a brilliant star, shining the light of God uniquely, contributing to our shared luminous life. There is one glory of the sun and another glory of the moon and another glory of the stars. Indeed, star differs from star in glory. 1 Corinthians 15:41. Right? That was good. Shine bright like a diamond, right? We are stars. We are all unique. We all have skills, talents, and abilities that's individual to us, right? And no one can do what you do. No one can do it the way you do it. And once you realize that and you step into that power and you step into that greatness and you know that what you give is yours, is so unique, you will work harder to be your own true self than being somebody else, right? You will work harder at expressing and discovering who you truly are and what you truly like and the things that truly move you instead of moving in the direction of others, right? Following the crowd or, you know what I'm saying? Just how the society has programmed the things that's acceptable. It doesn't matter what's acceptable. What's for you is for you because you're unique and you're individual, right? So, like in the audio that we just listened to, YouTube, y'all didn't listen to it, but my Facebook people, for this audio that we listened to in the beginning, that's what he was basically saying. All of these things, all of the things that you want to do, that you want to be, you can be it according to your timeline. Resist anybody else telling you it has to be done this way. No, it doesn't have to be done this way or that way. It has to be done in a way that works for you, right? In a way that makes you feel good every single day, that keeps your vibration and your energy high, your frequency on a milli. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be just got to do it this way, so rigid. All right, let's pull us a card. Let's see. I'm grateful, and I'm grateful for God. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my husband. I'm grateful to listen to the Millionaire Book Club. I'm grateful for knowing what I know. I'm grateful that I'm able to change my life for the better. I'm just grateful. Me too. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that you're so aware. You're aware of your power. That's awesome. I'm so glad. That's what I wanted. Listen, y'all, I say it every day with this book club. When I started reading this stuff and learning this stuff, I said, oh no, the world got to know. The world got to be put up on this, right? Or you're going to go through your whole life living, going crazy in your mind. And we can control our mind. We don't got to be going crazy. We can control our thoughts. We can control our feelings. We can control the way we treat people. The way we treat people is not because of what they do to us. You know what I'm saying? Because we have that control. The moment you put the blame on what you do is because of what somebody else did to you, now you gave your power away, right? And once you get your power away, you're no longer a master, right? So we are self-mastery. We are masters of our thoughts, masters of our actions, masters of our peace, masters of our happiness, masters of our love, masters of our light, right? We are masters of everything. We have control of our destiny. We have control of everything. And so the card is be impeccable with your word, okay? Be impeccable with your word. Manifest your true intentions. Manifest your true intentions, okay? It says, regardless of what language you speak, your intent will manifest through the word. What you dream, what you feel, and what you really are will be manifested through the word. Did I just say this or not, y'all? Look at God. Look at Spirit coming through. Good day. Okay, let's do this one. This was at the bottom. Always do your best. Don't overdo. Okay? Always do your best, but don't overdo it. Okay. So this one says, always do your best, but don't overdo. When you overdo, you deplete your body and go against yourself, and it will take you longer to accomplish your goal. Okay. So what was our daily word yesterday? Rest. I feel like that goes right in line with that because sometimes people, especially on this journey of like success, like you feel like you have to be working so hard all the time, right? And you don't. Don't overdo it. Just do your best every single day. If you can go to sleep at night and you know that you gave 100%, 110%, you know what I'm saying, towards your goals, towards your dreams, and you can do this with having a full-time job as well. Don't just go to a job all day for 8 to 12 hours a day and give that time, but don't come home and do nothing towards yourself. Don't work on yourself. Don't take that time to meditate for 20 minutes. Don't take that time to journal for 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Those little things make the big difference. Okay, I promise. I am a living testament. It's the little things that make the big difference. Like self-love, that's the quickest way to discover your purpose, who you are, the things you like. When you start doing some of these self-care behaviors, and we not raised, a lot of us wasn't raised to just be doing these things as a habit. You know what I'm saying? So you have to put yourself in the habit of meditating every day, journaling every day, affirming every single day. And I say it every day because I do it every day, and I want y'all to do it every single day. Okay. So let's get the read started. We're doing chapter 20, 21, and 22 today. I'm excited about tomorrow because tomorrow we're going to start chapter 23, and chapter 23 is a whole lot of case histories about, scenarios of people who have been putting what he's taught us in this book to practice. And so I'm excited just to get like some like real practical application, seeing how this stuff has worked for others, the things that they did specifically. But we're going to do chapter 21. Chapter 21 is righteousness. If I say something that resonates with you, please drop a MOC in the chat. MOC means moment of clarity. It's my way to connect with the audience. It's my way to know that you are taking value from this. It's making sense to you. If I say something that doesn't make sense, let me know, right? Let me know it don't make sense. Let me know. Can you reread that phrase? Can you reread that line? We are learning together, right? We are learning. This is not like a turn up book club. This is this is the Millionaire Book Club. Okay. So chapter 20, righteousness. In the preceding chapter, righteousness was defined as the consciousness of already being what you want to be. This is the true psychological meaning and obviously does not refer to adherence to moral codes, civil law, or religious precepts. You cannot attach too much importance to being righteous. In fact, the entire Bible is permeated with admonition and exhortations on this subject. Break off thy sins by righteousness. Daniel 4:27. My righteousness I hold fast and will not let it go. My heart shall not reproach me so long as I live. Job 27:6. And my righteousness shall answer for me in time to come. Genesis 30:33. Okay. Very often the words sin and righteousness are used in the same quotation. This is a logical contrast of opposites and becomes enormously significant in the light of the psychological meaning of righteousness and the psychological meaning of sin. Okay, so listen to these meanings. Sin means to miss the mark. Okay, sin means to miss the mark, not to attain your desire, not to be the person you want to be is sinning. Okay, it's not necessarily, when you think of sin, you think about a crime, right? Like you done did something bad or you done did something wrong. Well, basically, I feel like that is saying the same thing, but instead of what you have done to others, this is talking about sinning towards yourself, right? To not be who you truly are, who you truly want to be and desire to be, that's a sin. Okay? Righteousness is the consciousness. Righteousness is the consciousness. So the consciousness is the mental awareness of already being what you want to be, right? Already being what you want to be. It is a changeless educative law that effects must follow causes. Only by righteousness can you be saved from sinning. There is a widespread misunderstanding as to what it means to be saved from sin. The following example will suffice to demonstrate this misunderstanding and to establish the truth. A person living in abject poverty may believe that by means of some religious or philosophical activity, he can be saved from sin and his life improved as a result. Okay. How many of y'all ever felt that way going to church? Like, if you join, like if you join and if you get baptized, and do you feel like you can be saved from sin? If you believe that, then you can, right? I'm not here to say what's right or what's wrong. What works for you. As a man thinketh, so is he. So if that belief system works for you, then that's true for you. If, however, he continues to live in the same state of poverty, it is obvious that what he believed was not the truth. And in fact, he was not saved. On the other hand, he can be saved by righteousness. The successful use of the law of assumption would have the inevitable result of an actual change in his life. He would no longer live in poverty. He would no longer miss the mark. He would be saved from sin. Except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no wise enter into the kingdom of heaven. That's Matthew 5:20. Scribes and Pharisees mean those who are influenced and governed by the outer appearances. Okay? The rules and customs of the society in which they live. So think about this, y'all. What is ruling and governing you? Right? Are you being ruled and governed by what's on the outside, what you see, right? What society wants, what society's doing? Are you being ruled and governed by that? Are you just following the crowd in the wrong direction? Okay. The vain desire to be thought well of by other men. Okay, so I'm gonna read that part over just because I cut into it a little bit. Scribes and Pharisees mean those who are influenced and governed by the outer appearances, the rules and customs of the society in which they live, the vain desire to be thought well of by other men. Okay, so you're a people pleaser, basically. You want everybody to like you, everybody to see you in a light, even if it risks you not being true to who you are, right? But you want to look good. You want to keep up the appearance. Unless this state of mind is exceeded, your life will be one of limitation. Okay? Unless this state of mind is exceeded, your life will be one of limitation, of failure to attain your desires, of missing the mark of sin. The righteousness is exceeded by true righteousness, which is always the consciousness of already being that which you want to be. Okay? The wish fulfilled. One of the greatest pitfalls in attempting to use the law of assumption is focusing your attention on things. Okay, y'all, pay attention. This part is very, very important. One of the greatest pitfalls in attempting to use the law of assumption is focusing your attention on things, okay? On a new home, a better job, a bigger bank balance. This is not the righteousness without which you die in your sins, okay? Righteousness is not the thing itself. It is the consciousness, the feeling of already being the person you want to be, of already having the thing you desire. Okay? Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Right? So get right internally, and then externally, everything that you want, everything that you need, everything that you desire will be added unto you. Right? That's basically what this is suggesting. Okay? I like that. The kingdom, entire creation of God, your I am is within you. Righteousness is the awareness that you already possess it all. Okay? You already possess it all. So that gets rid of that attitude or that mindset like, oh, if I get this, then I can do this, right? If I get this, if I get here, then I can do here. No. Wherever you saying that you gotta go, you have to be that now, right? Wherever you saying that you have to go, you have to be that now. Like I was talking last night with my honey, and I was telling him, or this was like maybe last night or the night before last, but I want to get better at with the kids at brushing their teeth twice a day, right? And so at first I thought, okay, when we move into our new house, we'd get more on a routine, we'd get more on a schedule. But then as I was thinking about it, it's like, what are you waiting for? Why are you waiting? Do that here. Get them in that habit here. Get them in that routine here. Like y'all already in the big house. Like y'all already, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not nothing that you have to wait and do. Just do it now. Live the life you want to live now. Be the person you want to be now. If you want to be bad and bougie, be bad and bougie, okay? In a positive way, though, okay? All right, chapter 21, free will. The question is often asked, what should be done between the assumption of the wish fulfilled and its realization? Nothing. Okay. What should be done between the assumption of the wish fulfilled and its realization? Nothing. It is a delusion that other than assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you can do anything to aid the realization of your desire. You think that you can do something, you want to do something, but actually you can do nothing. The illusion of the free will to do is but ignorance of the law of assumption, upon which all action is based. Everything happens automatically. All that befalls you, all that is done by you happens. Okay? Your assumptions, conscious or unconscious, direct all thought and action to their fulfillment. To understand the law of assumption, to be convinced of its truth, means getting rid of all the illusions about free will to act, right? I got free will. This is a free country, right? If we have free will, we will be living the way if we really truly had free will, we will really truly be living the way we want to live in happiness, right? In abundance. We would really truly be already doing that. Like we wouldn't have to be going through this process of attracting it. It would just be, right? If we really truly just had that free will. Free will actually means freedom to select any idea you desire, right? Freedom to select any idea you desire. By assuming the idea already to be a fact, it is converted into reality. By assuming the idea already to be a fact, it is converted into reality. Beyond that, free will ends and everything happens in harmony with the concept assumed. I can of mine own self do nothing, because I seek not mine own will, but the will of the Father which hath sent me. Okay. In this quotation, the Father obviously refers to God. In an earlier chapter, God is defined as I am. Since creation is finished, the Father is never in a position of saying, I will be. Man. In other words, everything exists and the infinite I am consciousness can speak only in the present tense. Okay? Not my will, but thine be done. Listen to this, y'all. Listen to this. So you can start correcting your rhetoric if you use these words, if you say these type of things. It's a, I will be is a confession that I am not, right? Subconsciously, your subconscious probably like, oh, I'm not this. I will be is a confession that I am not. Just say I am. Not I will be a millionaire. I am a millionaire, right? I will be a great wife. I am a great wife, right? Don't put the I will be in front of it. The Father's will is always I am. Until you realize that you are the Father, there's only one I am, and your infinite self is that I am. Your infinite self, infinite, right? Your spirit, your soul inside. There's only one I am, and your infinite self is that I am. Your will is always I will be. In the law of assumption, your consciousness of being is the Father's will. The mere wish without this consciousness is the my will. Okay. And the law of assumption, your consciousness of being, right, assuming the wish fulfilled, is the Father's will. The mere wish without the consciousness is the my will. Okay. This great quotation, so little understood, is a perfect statement of the law of assumption. It is impossible to do anything. You must be in order to do. If you had a different concept of yourself, everything would be different. You are what you are, so everything is as it is. The events which you observed are determined by the concept you have of yourself. The events which you observe are determined by the concept you have of yourself. If you change your concept of yourself, the events ahead of you in time are altered. Ooh, okay. Now we doing future. Now we traveling to the future now. The events which you observe are determined by the concept you have of yourself. If you change your concept of yourself, the events ahead of you in time are altered. But thus altered, they form again a deterministic sequence starting from the moment of this changed concept. Okay? You are a being with powers of intervention, which enable you, by a change of consciousness, to alter the course of observed events, in fact, to change your future. Okay? Do y'all agree? Do y'all feel powerful? Do you feel like you are a co-creator? Because you are. Okay, if you don't, you should. You want to realize that. You want to believe it. Deny the evidence of the senses and assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Deny the evidence of the senses. So what's that? Everything that we see, we hear in our physical, the senses will have us thinking everything is probably going wrong, right? Like the senses will have us looking crazy if that's what we depending on, right? Because we saying one thing, but obviously we seeing, we hearing, we probably smelling, tasting a whole different thing, right? But so what? Deny the evidence of the senses and assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Because the feeling is the secret. I just put that part in there, y'all. That wasn't in there. And as much as your assumption is creative and forms an atmosphere, your assumption, if it be a noble one, increases your assurance and helps you to reach a higher level of being. Okay? If, on the other hand, your assumption be an unlovely one, it hinders you and makes your downward way swifter. Just as the lovely assumptions create a harmonious atmosphere, so the hard and bitter feelings create a hard and bitter atmosphere. Whatsoever things are pure, just, lovely, of good report, think on these things. This means to make your assumptions the highest, noblest, happiest concepts. There is no better time to start than now. The present moment is always the most opportune in which to eliminate all unlovely assumptions and to concentrate only on the good. Okay? If you're feeling down and out right now, set a time to when that's over, right? I'll allow myself to feel this low vibration, this frequency for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, I'm going back high, right? High vibration, high spirited, because I know that what all that I'm attracting is not worth me allowing these negative energies to escape from my aura, from my mind. It's not worth it. From my mouth, it's not worth it, right? I'm creating too much magic. I can't let no bad juju mess it up. Okay, so that's what our words is sometimes. It can be like bad juju to everything that we are creating. All right. The present moment is always the most opportune in which to eliminate all unlovely assumptions and to concentrate only on the good. As well as yourself, claim for others their divine inheritance. Okay? So don't just claim all this good for you, claim it for everybody around you, right? You want everybody being blessed. You want everybody leveling up. You don't want to be the only one, right? I seen a post that said, what did it say? It said, I'm going to be the first millionaire in my family, but if I'm the only, I still fail, right? I'm going to be the first millionaire in my family, but if I'm the only one, I still fail, right? That's powerful. It's about breaking generational curses, generational wealth. There's been plenty of people over the years, one person that then probably got the bag, right? But it's not about that. We have to show our brother how to get it, show our sister how to get it, how to change their mindset, how to start living more happier, fuller lives, right? Making the most out of life, not just experiencing the bare minimum of what it has to offer, right? We can experience the best that life has to offer. See only their good and the good in them, okay? As well as yourself, claim for others their divine inheritance. See only their good and the good in them. Stir the highest in others to confidence and self-assertion by your sincere assumption of their good, and you will be their prophet and their healer. For an inevitable fulfillment awaits all sustained assumptions. Okay, you win by assumption what you can never win by force. An assumption is a certain motion of consciousness. This motion, like all motion, exercises an influence on the surrounding substance, causing it to take the shape of, echo, and reflect the assumption. A change of fortune is a new direction and outlook, merely a change in arrangement of the same mind substance, consciousness. If you would change your life, you must begin at the very source with your own basic concept of self. Outer change, becoming part of organizations, political bodies, religious bodies, is not enough. Okay? Outer change, becoming part of organizations, political bodies, religious bodies, is not enough. The cause goes deeper. The essential change must take place in yourself and your own concept of self. You must assume that you are what you want to be and continue therein. For the reality of your assumption has its being in complete independence of objective fact and will clothe itself in flesh if you persist in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Okay? It's really this easy. When you know that assumptions, if persisted in, harden into facts, then events which seem to be uninitiated mere accidents will be understood by you to be the logical and inevitable effects of your assumption. Okay, I'm going to read that last part over. When you know that assumptions, if persisted in, harden into facts, okay, whether they be good or bad. If you assuming a whole lot of bad, you probably manifesting a whole lot of bad. If you assuming a whole lot of good stuff about to happen, it's probably a whole lot of good stuff happening, right? When you know that assumptions, if persisted in, harden into facts, the events which seem to be uninitiated, mere accidents, will be understood by you to be the logical and inevitable effects of your assumption. Okay? So it would just be like law. Like, no, this is what's supposed to happen, right? Because of the work that you did. You know the work you put in. This was supposed to happen. You've been standing the wish fulfilled for 6 months, right? It was bound to happen. The important thing to bear in mind is that you have infinite free will in choosing your assumptions. but no power to determine conditions and events. Right? So what does that say? We have the power and the free will to choose the idea that we want to assume, right? But we can't determine or dictate when it's going to happen, right? We have no control over that part. The conditions and the events. We don't know how it's going to happen, and we don't know when it's going to happen. All we know is that we have free will to assume the idea that it will happen, right? And if you persist in that idea, it will harden into fact. Okay. You can create nothing, but your assumption determines what portion of creation you will experience. You can create nothing, but your assumption determines what portion of creation you will experience. Right. So that was chapter 21. Great chapter. Free will. It make you think differently about your free will, right? We got free will to think. We got free will to use this beautiful mind, this intelligent mind that we've been blessed with, right? It's so advanced. It's so advanced. And we use such a small part of it. And once we learn, y'all, once we really learn how to operate and manipulate that other side, that other part, come on. Life is changing. Life is changing for us. As we speak, it's all aligning for us as we read. Okay. Chapter 22, persistence. This is going to be our last chapter. We had like almost 40 minutes. That's okay. Y'all know I don't be wanting these YouTubes to run so long. Chapter 22, persistence. And he said unto them, which of you shall have a friend and shall go unto him at midnight and say unto him, friend, lend me 3 loaves. For a friend of mine in his journey is come to me, and I have nothing to set before him. And he from within shall answer and say, trouble me not. The door is now shut, and my children are with me in bed. I cannot rise and give thee. I say unto you, though he will not rise and give him, because he is his friend, yet because of his importunity, he will rise and give as many as he needeth. And I say unto you, ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be open unto you. Okay, so that's Luke 5-9. There are 3 principal characters in this quotation. You and the 2 friends mentioned. Okay, there are 3 principal characters in this quotation. You and the 2 friends mentioned. The first friend is a desired state of consciousness, right? So what we desire, the wish. The second friend is a desire seeking fulfillment, right? What are we doing to get there? 3 is the symbol of wholeness, completion. Loaves symbolize substance. The shut door symbolizes the senses, which separate the seen from the unseen. Children in bed means ideas that are dormant. Inability to rise means a desired state of consciousness cannot rise to you. You must rise to it. MOC, okay? Inability to rise means a desired state of consciousness cannot rise to you. You must rise to it. Importunity means demanding persistency, a kind of brazen impudence. Ask, seek, and knock mean assuming the consciousness of already having what you desire. Thus, the scriptures tell you that you must persist in rising to assuming the consciousness of your wish already being fulfilled. Okay? You must persist in rising. It can't rise to you. You must rise to it. Okay? Assuming the consciousness of your wish already being fulfilled. The promise is definite that if you are shameless in your impudence, in assuming that you already have that which your senses deny, it shall be given unto you. Okay? Your desire shall be attained. And just know you have to do this with the right energies, right? You have to go about this with the right energies. You can't be going good one day, 2 days, 3 days, and on the fourth day, you're like, man, forget it. I can't stand this. It's fake. I don't like it. Blah, 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 blah. That's a whole lot of negative energy at that point. You have to rise up to this with the right energy. Okay. That's the only way you're going to be able to allow what you calling in to come forth anyway. Right. Whatever you calling through, whatever you calling forth, you have to allow it to come through. Okay. And you allow it. We learned in Acts, and it is given in our first book. How are we standing in a right state of allowing our emotions, right? We controlling our emotions. We are controlling our vibration. We are controlling our frequency. We are staying on the higher levels of it, right? Not the lower ones. Importunity means demanding persistency, a kind of brazen impudence. Ask, seek, and knock mean assuming the consciousness of already having what you desire. Oh, I just read this whole part. Thus, the scriptures tell you that you must persist in rising to assuming the consciousness of your wish already being fulfilled. The promise is definite that if you are shameless in your impudence and assuming that you already have that which your senses deny, it shall be given unto you. Your desire shall be attained. The Bible teaches the necessity of persistence by the use of many stories. When Jacob sought a blessing from the angel with whom he wrestled, he said, I will not let thee go except thou bless me. When the Shunammite sought the help of Elisha, she said, as the Lord liveth, and as thy soul liveth, I will not leave thee. And he arose and followed her. The same idea is expressed in another passage. And he spake a parable unto them that men ought always to pray and not to faint, saying, there was in a city a judge which feared not God, neither regarded man, and there was a widow in that city. And she came unto him, saying, avenge me of mine adversary. And he would not for a while, but afterward he said within himself, though I fear not God, nor regard man, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest she weary me by her continual coming. Luke 18, 1-5. Okay, so this is explaining this persistency. He said, lest she weary me by her continual coming. Okay, so be persistent. Don't give up. Know that you are worthy of receiving everything that you desire. Don't settle. Okay. The basic truth underlying each of these stories is that desire springs from the awareness of ultimate attainment, and that persistence in maintaining the consciousness of the desire already being fulfilled results in its fulfillment. It is not enough to feel yourself into the state of the answered prayer. You must persist in that state. Okay? So you can't just pray one time, right? That's what a lot of people like to do. They want to pray one time and say, well, I asked God for this and God didn't come through, right? But you got to persist in that thing. This is a habit that you have to do every single day. It is not enough to feel yourself into the state of answered prayer. You must persist in that state. That is the reason for the injunction. Men ought always to pray and not to faint. Okay? Here, to pray means to give thanks for already having what you desire. Only persistency in the assumption of the wish fulfilled can cause those subtle changes in your mind, which result in the desired change in your life. It matters not whether they be angels, Elisha, or reluctant judges. All must respond in harmony with your persistent assumption. When it appears that people other than yourself in your world do not act towards you as you would like, it is not due to reluctance on their part, okay? Even though a lot of people might want to put it on the next person. It is not due to reluctance on their part, but a lack of persistence and your assumption of your life already being as you want it to be. Okay? Your assumption to be effective cannot be a single isolated act. Listen to this. This is major key. Okay. MOC for the queen right here. Me. Your assumption to be effective cannot be a single isolated act. Okay. It must be a maintained attitude of the wish fulfilled. So I would get nowhere fast if I got on here every single morning putting on this front like, oh, you guys, I am about self-care and self-mastery and self-love. I am on this journey of becoming the highest and best version of myself. And then as soon as the call in, all of that go out the window, right? No, you can't do that. It'll never work out for you. It'll never work out for you that way. Your assumption to be effective cannot be a single isolated act. It can't be something that you do in the morning, but then in the nighttime, you're like, oh, now I'm this person, right? No. It must be a maintained attitude of the wish fulfilled, the wish fulfilled. Okay. And that's what I'm saying too about, decide what you want and then start assuming those feelings. And don't let outer circumstances affect the internal peace. Don't allow your senses, the things you seeing right in front of you, the things you hearing right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow these things to cloud the wish fulfilled, like that feeling. Don't allow those things to cloud the feeling, okay, of the wish fulfilled, because then you lose it, right? Then you're not going to achieve it. You have to be persistent. You have to be clear, and you have to believe and know that you can have what you want. You are worthy of achieving it. You are powerful. You are a co-creator with the source. And listen, our energy is our new identity, right? So that's it. That's it for chapter 22. Tomorrow we're going to do chapter 23, get into these case histories or case studies. Blessed, coaching, grateful. Thank you, Crystal. I'm grateful for you too. Our I am for this 8 o'clock hour was I let my light shine bright, right? So how divine. Our daily word was shine. The first message that we got for I am was shine bright. So if that's not an indication to go out there and be a star today, right? Go be a star. Have a star attitude today. Don't allow negativity. Don't allow the Debbie Downers to affect you. Don't allow the outside circumstances to affect the internal peace that you have gained today. Don't allow this sacrifice that you made this morning, getting up to intentionally start your day, pouring positively into yourself. Don't allow window by somebody who roll right out of bed and snooze the alarm clock 2-3 times, right? Don't allow that person to get the best of you. Don't give your power to those people, because you're way too powerful than them already, right? Don't vibrate down to their level. Make them rise up to yours, right? Make them rise up. Just like we can't just come down, or we just can't assume the wish. We have to rise up to that, right? Mentally, make people rise up to your energy, right? Don't just give it willingly. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. No problem. So that's it, y'all. This video, like 50 minutes. That's cool. I'm grateful. We definitely got a lot out of that. If you took value from that, go ahead and drop me a 444 in the chat. Let's do 444 today if you took value. And if you go back and watch the replay, if you took value, drop a 444. If you go back and watch the replay, though, I do want to know the one thing that stood out to you the most. Okay. So let me know the one thing that stood out to you the most about the read today. And And yeah, that's it, y'all. Protect y'all energy today. Protect y'all peace today. Be a star today. Be a light today. Shine bright today. I am your sister in love. I am your sister in light. Super grateful, super blessed. And I'm wishing y'all a beautiful Thursday. And I'll be back with y'all in the morning. Have a great day. Let's go, team. All right, cool. And he got the stars. Okay,